Well, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, almost afternoon. Had to do a little work this morning, so I'm finally getting back on the ski here. I was up till about 3 or 4 in the morning just reading and reading a whole bunch of different things to figure out what needs to be done. Obviously the engine's got to come out. That's what I'm going to try to achieve today. I found a really great PDF file that kind of shows the exact step-by-step of removing the drive and so on and so forth. I noticed something on the drive down here on these bilge pump or the bilge drains. They got zip ties on the hoses. I'm not sure if that's. Let me see if I can turn on the light here. There we go. You can see the bilge. They got zip ties on this, and I suppose there probably need to be those little tightening clamps. Somebody tell me if that's true or not. Anyway, so I'm going to take the drive out and start taking all the stuff apart per the instructions and see if I can get this engine out. I've just decided, instead of trying to just kind of rig it and get it back running, I'm going to get everything back, check the crank, check everything, make sure I'm 100%. Seems like this thing's not getting fuel. I tried firing it off yesterday and it would work if you were shooting ether into the carb and it would kind of fire off, but it won't suck fuel out of the gas tank. And someone said that you should take out that water fuel separator. Let me know if that's true or not, because I will take it out and bypass it if necessary. So here we go. I'm gonna start taking things apart. Oh, I've also got my little baggies. This is a must I've learned, and over the years of rebuilding engines, is you get these Ziploc bags with the place where you can write on with a Sharpie. So every bolt that you take off goes inside these bags. And then that way you can actually put this back together. Also take lots of still pictures, take video, whatever, to help you index what or remember how this thing goes back together. Because it just, especially if it's going to sit a while, you'll forget. Okay, here's something very interesting. This is the intake that goes over the carbs down here, and I guess these little things, these little pivots, are the oil injection that has been removed from this bike because he went with a premix. So I wonder if that's causing some issue, but probably not. I mean, this is the air injection, so, or where the air comes in. So it's kind of interesting. Also found that down here, this first fuel hose was kinked, but it only goes to the PTO. It does not go to the mag. So I haven't taken off that one and looked at the PTO yet to see if it's screwed up or not, but I probably is if it was kinked that bad. But anyway, I've got the here's my nice little manual. Teaches me how to take all this stuff out. And it's pretty nice. So I've got the drive loose. All I gotta do is just yank it out here in a few minutes. But I'm just kind of inspecting. Okay, well, finally got the pump out. It's been an absolute whipping for about 30 minutes. After reading, it wasn't real clear if you were to take out the back bolts or these long bolts, which are right here. And those go through the pump housing and attach to the, I guess that's the nozzle, not the pump housing. And that's the drive. And then you're supposed to take this piece out right here. I had to use a 2x4 like so between the hull and gently either side moving these, and it finally has come loose. Now I just got to figure out how it slides out. Trying to pull on it, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, but so I'm gonna put the camera down and see if I can tug some. Well, that was easy. I just pulled with both hands and it just slid right out. Impeller housing and the little shaft, and it's not light. And I don't know what I'm looking for on this impeller. Maybe you guys can enlighten me if there's anything that looks out of the ordinary. There's no big chips or anything like that in here. Yeah, I don't know if that is anything bad or not. But anyway, so I got that out. So now I guess it's on to getting the engine out. Well, I've been wrenching away for about 2 hours here. I got the gas tank completely out. I've got the exhaust pipe out. I've got, I took out the oil reservoir, which was just sitting here doing nothing, and it was hindering all my access. I had to siphon out some gasoline to get the gas tank out. I got a question though. There seems to be a couple of kind of strange fuel lines. I've got this one which goes down to this deal right here, which is was just dangling here in the hull here. So I'm guessing this is a vent because it goes up here and then comes out and then I guess ventilates right here. So someone can tell me what the heck that is. And then also, what's this thing right here? It goes to a little clear tube which goes somewhere down underneath the block. So not sure what those are. All right, well, she's out of the hull. I gotta tell you, that hull is nasty. It is absolutely gross. I hope there's not a crack in the block and it's leaking oil all over the place. It looks all nice and wet down there, so I just may have a ruined block. I don't know. We'll see. But first things first, I'm gonna get this the rest of the way out. And I worked really well with these straps on both sides. They're holding up great. Hadn't fallen yet, so went down and around the block and yanked it out of there. This is a lot harder than it looks. There's a lot to getting one of these little engines out. I even had to pull off the exhaust manifold. Here's a question. Is this normal? All this looks like some residue coming out of the cylinders. Is that normal? I don't know. But I'm gonna get all the, looks like I gotta disconnect the stator stuff in that little box. So other than that, it's coming along slowly but surely. I think I can go no further today. I had to take a break and maintain my beautiful lawn. Pay no attention to my neighbor who doesn't take care of their lawn. Very frustrating. You spend so much money and time trying to get yours looking good and your neighbor just doesn't care. But anyway, I got the engine out and I did kind of a preliminary scrubbing on the inside. I sprayed a whole bunch of Simple Green in there, took this sucker up on its butt and sprayed away. I got a lot of it off, but I'm going to still get in there and with an old t-shirt and see if I can get a little bit better. Just to, make it nice and clean and neat. And I don't want to go any further on the tear down of the engine until I figure out how to index the crank, or check the crank index, I should say. I have no clue. I've searched and searched and searched, and I can't find a place that tells you exactly how to do it and what tools you need and so on and so forth, because I'll go buy the tools just to have them. But I don't want to tear down the engine until I check the crank index to make sure that that's not an issue. If that's not an issue and I take it apart and it's all good, I'm just going to replace that front jug and call it a day. So I think that's all that's wrong, is the fact that he put the old jug back on that still had the scarring just somewhat honed and it just never built up compression. So that's granted, I don't have any other issues. But anyway, it's sitting on the floor there, and I'm going to move it over here to my makeshift workbench to be able to tear it down. So if anybody can point me in the direction of where I can learn how to do that, I'm going to keep searching until I find it, and I'm not going to start tearing down the engine until I learn. But everything is progressing nicely. So if I find some answers tonight, I'll be able to get started again in the morning, and then I guess I can order parts on Monday, get things going. I found on eBay a guy has remanufactured jugs and pistons for $169. It's got some good feedback, so we'll see what it ends up with. Anyway, that's it for tonight.